Commuters cross that bridge every day completely unaware of the death sentence hiding underneath it. I spent 22 years as a senior structural inspector. States called me when they needed the truth about whether a bridge would survive 50 years of rush hour traffic. Every signature I put on an inspection log was a promise, my promise, to every stranger who'd ever crossed that structure without a second thought. Then I got assigned to the Hudson Bypass, a $4 billion suspension bridge, 90,000 commuters a day, and a contractor bleeding over $100,000 for every single day of delay. That kind of pressure changes people. I just didn't know yet how far it would go. It was a frigid Tuesday in November when I ran an ultrasonic density scan on Pier 7, the main support pillar, driven 40 feet into the riverbed, holding up the entire center span. The readings were clean, too clean. When I pulled the raw wave data myself, my stomach dropped through the floor. The concrete had cured wrong, hidden air pockets, microscopic fractures running straight through the core of the pillar. Under normal loads, maybe it holds 5 years. But add a hard winter and a steady stream of fully loaded semi-trucks, and those fractures don't stay microscopic. They grow until Pier 7 fails, all at once, with no warning. I issued an immediate safety freeze and walked straight into the office of Arthur Vance, the project's chief director. Vance didn't flinch. He just smiled, quietly locked the door, and slid a check across the desk. $50,000. He looked me dead in the eye and said, "Marcus, concrete cure's funny sometimes. Sign off. Take a nice long vacation. Let corporate handle the math." I pushed the check back. "If I sign this, people die. We tear out Pier 7 and we pour it again, correctly." The smile disappeared. He leaned in close. "Freeze this site, and you will never work in this state again. We've got 50 politicians lining up to cut that ribbon next fall. You are not going to be the reason it doesn't happen." That night I couldn't sleep, so I logged into the project database to pull the original lab stress reports. That's when I found the real horror. The raw files had been tampered with, timestamps altered, digital signatures duplicated, 3 earlier scans that had already flagged failure, quietly deleted. This wasn't an accident. It was a cover-up, built with intention. So I did what I thought was right. I gathered every unedited scan, every altered log, everything, and I drove straight to the State Transportation Safety Board. I actually believed that's what oversight was for. I thought they'd halt construction. I thought Vance would end up in a courtroom. I was wrong, catastrophically wrong. 2 days later, I was called into the commissioner's office, and sitting right beside the commissioner was Vance's lawyer. They handed me a termination notice. They claimed I'd falsified the scans myself, that I'd tried to extort the contractor for a bribe, and that my license was suspended, effective immediately. Then they gave me a choice. Resign quietly, sign an NDA, walk away with no charges, or fight it and risk 10 years in federal prison for falsifying public documents. My own mentor, the man who trained me, pulled me into the hallway. He couldn't even look at me. "Marcus," he said, "you can't stop a $4 billion machine. That bridge is opening, with you or without you." I refused to sign their NDA. It didn't matter. I was gone anyway. 22 years, erased in 20 minutes. My name, my license, my reputation, gone. That was 3 years ago. The Hudson Bypass opened exactly on schedule. The contractor paid a small fine for paperwork irregularities. Vance got a bonus in the millions. And me? I fix leaky faucets and broken porch steps in rural New York now. I lost everything trying to save strangers who will never know my name. But some nights, when the temperature drops and I hear on the news that trucks are backed up crossing that bridge in the cold, I stop whatever I'm doing. And I pray, because I know exactly what's sitting 40 feet under that freezing water. And I know it's still down there waiting.